Ebusan for aha Ghana 7 TV GH. Mesra or like a comment, a subscribing, never notification so turning on so that anytime you post a video, it is we will start make a be.
Destroyed cocoa farms and displaced communities. A decisive leader must act immediately and not wait until all options are played. Just look at it yourself, Your Excellency. So, in summary, your statement that you are reluctant to declare the state of emergency is weak, indecisive, and evasive. It does not match the urgency and seriousness Galamsey demands. So, John Dramani Mahama, I'm telling you today, you are a weak leader. You are not a bold leader. Because if you are a bold leader, this is what you would have said on Wednesday. Galamsey is a national disaster. You speak with vim, destroying our rivers, our cocoa, and our children's future. I would declare a state of emergency if needed, and no one, be it a politician, a soldier, or a businessman, will be spared if they are part of it. This fight is not about options. It is about survival, and I will crush Galamsey with every tool of the state. That is if you are a bold leader, but you are not. So you said you are reluctant. Your campaign was all about a better Ghana. So I'm telling you today, a better Ghana is about protecting Ghana and not the interest of a few. Because all the cities they are getting, when Ghana is no more, where are they going to spend it? Remember, without good rivers, forest reserves, there is no Ghana. So, Your Excellency, if you are truly for a better Ghana, start protecting Ghana now. And not the interest of the selected few. Thank you. Happy Sunday, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. On the 10th of September 2025, your encounter with the media, you said, and I quote, "I am reluctant to declare a state of emergency because we haven't exhausted all our options in the Galamsey fight. For now, let's allow the security services to do their work." I'm going to analyze this statement for you. The three keywords are reluctant, options, and security services. Now here's my analysis of your speech. I'll take you through after. I'll tell you whether you are a weak leader or a bold leader. Your tone, my analysis, your tone of reluctance. You said you are reluctant to declare state of emergency. This signals hesitation rather than a strong resolve. A leader who is truly committed to ending Galamsey would avoid showing reluctance when the nation's water bodies, as you can see, farmlands and forests are under existential threat. Deflection to security service. By you saying, let's allow the security services to do their work, you pass the responsibility away. Because Ghanaians and yourself know that the security services have historically been compromised, with some officers allegedly protecting Galamsey operators. If you were a bold leader, or a bold leader cannot merely allow, but must direct, supervise, and hold accountable. And the last, the options excuse. By saying we haven't exhausted all our options is procrastination. Meanwhile, Your Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, this is my house. I am on number 47 Golden Rain Street in the Netherlands. This is my street. This is my street. You don't need to trace my IP, but I'm coming to tell you the truth. Wednesday, 10th September, at your encounter with the media, you said, and I quote, about 4 million Ghanaians are small-scale miners. And then you said you want to send them to Australia. So my question is, are you sending all the 4 million small-scale miners to Australia to go and learn responsible mining? Or how many are you sending? If you don't know, Australia, the law works. So anyone who has been licensed to do small-scale mining knows when they go an inch outside of their coordinate, it is a crime. They will be punished. They will lose their license, so they will not try. They have different machines. Apart from excavator and the shimphon or whatever they use for galamsey, they don't have any equipment. So if you want the small-scale miners, the licensed one and the illegal galamsey people to learn responsible mining, rather bring the experts from Australia, whereby they will train people in all the places galamsey is happening. That is how they will be able to learn responsible mining. Because if you say 4 million people as small-scale, how many are you sending to Australia? You people there, you can joke, oh. That's my house. You don't need to trace my IP. I've already given you the address. But the truth is, rather bring the experts from Australia. It is cost effective. Because the damage is happening in Ghana. When the Australians come, they can teach the Ghanaians, no, don't do this, this. But when you send them to Australia, everything is mapped. They know when they try an inch, it is a crime. They will go to jail.
And so as I speak, we are organizing a trip for the Small Scale Miners Association to Australia. Australia has given us an invitation to bring them to come and see how small-scale mining is done without destroying the environment. And so that's something we're going to take an advantage of. And the Gold Board is leading, and the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources are leading that charge. Only recently, our Minister for Lands and Natural Resources came back from Australia. And so we need to train these small-scale miners. The gold is a blessing that God gave us. It's a natural resource that God gave us to make life better for our people. It's just that the way and manner in which we are going about it is causing destruction to the environment. But it is a result of an increase in the gold price. And if you've read widely, you find that the same thing is happening in Peru. It's happening in several other countries because of the heightened gold price. And so for whatever little gold you're able to find, you get more money. Galamsey was not a problem when gold was $2,000 per ounce. But today, gold is pushing $3,600 per ounce. And because of the lack of jobs, jobless growth for several decades, there are a lot of young people who are coming out of school who have no job to work to do. And so for them, that is the only livelihood. And so we must not think just about chasing them all over the place without providing alternatives for them.
Hi. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, my man. Me, I like you personally. But let's analyze what you just said. You said you want to send small-scale miners to Australia to go and learn responsible mining. First and foremost, it's a wrong idea. And there's a difference between small-scale mining and illegal mining, because small-scale miners are licensed and they are regulated. Let me give you a typical example. For one to drive a car, the person needs to have a license. If a driver with a license right now, without authorization to enter the seat of government, Flagstaff House, and with a full speed, they crash the gates of the Flagstaff, what is going to happen? He's going to be shot, right or wrong? I'm right. Same way, a small-scale miner with license, he has coordinates. So the moment he mines outside of his coordinates, he has committed a crime. He should be arrested. It's as simple as ABCD. Using the terrain, the geology, and the practices of mining in Ghana is different from Australia. Because Australia have laws. When you disobey the law, you face the full consequences. That is why they have responsible mining. So if you truly want to train small-scale miners, the question is, how many small-scale miners are registered in Ghana? How many of them are you going to send to Australia to go and learn? That is a waste of the taxpayers' money. So instead, it is cheaper to fly experts from Australia to come to Ghana and teach small-scale miners how to mine by going on the field, their concessions, with practicals and stuff, because that is where the real damage is happening. When you fly them to Australia, the miner who is going to teach them, everything is programmed. They know they cannot even go an inch outside of their concession because the law will deal with them. Because there they don't do NDC and MPP. There the law is the law. So with all due respect, Your Excellency, you don't learn responsible mining by sending a few miners on a plane to Australia. Responsible mining is best, will only happen in Ghana when you bring the experts to Ghana to come and teach them. Some of the things you said in the video, because I like you, I don't want to go into it. So you, for now, don't send anybody to Australia. Rather, import the experts from Australia to Ghana to come and teach them. Okay? Because the damage is happening in Ghana and not in Australia. Australia already has responsible mining. So it is where the damage is happening that you bring the experts to come and teach them that if this is your concession, if this is how you do it. Me, I like you. I don't want to say much. Cheers and happy Sunday. But bring the experts to Ghana. Don't send the miners to Australia. How many miners can they really send to Australia? That is the question you need to ask yourself. So, I like you. That's why I give you this advice for free. Members of Council of State, they can't think like me. They can't give you this advice. Me, I'm giving it to you for free. So hit my advice and you see the results.
Cheers. The name is happiness.
Chasing social media activist is definitely not one of them.
Okay, because when he warns people against inciting violence online and warned that those people could be traced and prosecuted, surely that must be in line, because that's not behavior that should be encouraged.
As National Signals Bureau, they have always had the capacity to trace people through digital means.
Yes.
If they want to trace you.
Yes.
For whichever thing you're doing. It's not just for hate speech, it's for
that wrong?
Economic crime, for everything. So
that
doesn't
country
change
when
anything.
People's social media comments were used as a basis to try them for treason.
Of course, why not? I'm not saying it's wrong. I just want the president to just define for us what he means. Because
so is the president wrong, or is he not wrong?
I haven't said he's wrong. I mean, you have
Okay.
you need to regulate people who misbehave. I agree. I mean, it's a law. But I'm saying that he, as a person and as a political activist, I'm a political activist, and all his actions of the government and the security agencies seems to suggest that what he said is meant at his political opponents. And I'm just saying that he has been a beneficiary.
So he called his political opponents neo-journalists. I was at the encounter.
I don't know whatever it is.
I just want to understand.
I am not there. I'm looking from the back, as a Ghanaian, as a political, bits and pieces, as a political activist, as somebody who has seen him barely 9 months ago, a year ago, who was also, I mean, his Twitter pages, X pages were very, very active. His social media pages were very, very active. And as far as I'm asking for the definition of the hate speech, what does he mean by that? Because if it is tribal and describing people in unpalatable ways, he has been one who did that. He did that to His Excellency Nanado. It's not just him, he and everybody around him. I mean, the NDC actually sponsored people to sit on social media and insult everybody in this country.
Would you agree that persons within the NPP have also been accused
Of course.
of same. Yourself included.
But then I haven't come out to come and say that anybody should be arrested.
No, but yourself included.
I have been
political
insulted.
Activists have been
Insulted every
and
time.
labeled with many things.
I've been insulted
That
by
you're a
the
bully, you're disrespectful, you're arrogant, and all those things.
All women in politics are bullies. We are disrespectful. That's different. But it's very, very, very funny when he has benefited from people that I believe his party sponsored to pick. These people sit down, they pick one person, and for 3, 4, 5 hours they are insulting you, they're insulting everybody. It's not just me, they've done it to me, they've done it to the Otumfo.
And you return it fire for fire.
Of course, I return it.
Really, what are you complaining about?
I'm complaining about what he is complaining about. What he is complaining
on
about.
the same page.
Of course, he's my president. He's my senior in this business. He may be from another political party, but he's the senior. Most of us, the younger ones, are learning from him. Now, if you can call the former president and his whole tribesmen names, and somebody is just doing small atiwa to you, and you're angry, the president should calm down. As I said, there are other things that he has to do, not social media people. He shouldn't concentrate on them. He has 1,001 things to do. Galamsey is there.
Okay, so